Hey everybody, it is Kimberly here at Be Weird Make Money after somewhat of a hiatus. I am coming to you live from my new headquarters. The Magic Garden is right behind me, and I'm hoping to do some more videos from here and from my new office. And today I wanted to talk about something that just feels really juicy. There's a lot of talk in the business world about branding, personality branding, and that's or being an influencer, and getting really authentic with your messaging and stuff. Knowing what you stand for and what you stand against, and having your look and your message be carefully curated to present a particular image. I mean, even here with Be Weird Make Money, I put a lot of time and energy into putting together a consistent look and branding and messaging and everything like that. And that's totally cool. But a couple of months ago, I got a bunch of questions and messages, 4 people in 10 days to be exact, about what if I want to be anonymous? What if I want to start something cool, but not have my name and face attached to it? And there's a variety of reasons why people might want to do this. A lot of times it comes down to safety, privacy and everything like that. Sometimes you don't want people in your family or your life to know what you're doing, or, whatever. And they don't have to, it's none of their business. But there's so much messaging. There are people whose businesses it is to help you create and curate your personal brand. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But I also want to put out there that if you want to be a secret agent in your quest to be weird and make money, like if that's what your weirdness looks like, awesome. And so people are like, how can I do that? Well, there's a couple of ways you can do this. First off is you can choose a business model that does not require a face. Something I was talking with one of my clients about recently was, creating really cool pins and products for print on demand on Pinterest and Instagram. And, it was kind of like the example I was giving is, if you come up with a bunch of really cool designs for animals, dogs with a halo on it, or, it must be wine o'clock somewhere, whatever. Nobody really cares the face behind that. And, if you're doing something like drop shipping, or, you have a blog with affiliates or whatever, it doesn't really matter, who you are. And I don't mean that to sound invalidating, but it doesn't matter if it's, Kimberly's drop shipping store, or, if you just have some information about really cool products and everything like that, that you have affiliate links to or whatever, doesn't really matter. So that's one option. Another option is to create a persona, a mascot or an entity to be your stand-in. Something that I was recommending recently was, for someone to take on, an obviously fake moniker, and instead of a photograph avatar, have somebody do a cartoon or a caricature that, ultimately ends up looking nothing like you, but who you'd like your brand to be, perhaps. And something that came up in a session recently working with someone is, they were talking about how they had a lot to say, about a particular topic, but when they went to go speak it in public, they just felt completely frozen and, and stuck and scared to share that message. And I said, who's not scared? Your alter ego. And it was a really opening moment. And so think about that too. If you have a particular message you'd like to share, but not, again, want you connected to it, create somebody who doesn't have those same concerns and go with it. Or you could create something that is potentially the model of being a collective, where many people are contributing and nobody has to know that those many people are you, or, you could start a collective and just choose to be the background person, the invisible partner, who kind of takes care and is in charge of the curating, but maybe doesn't have all the responsibility of coming up with every single piece of content. And then you have a choice, are you going to be upfront with your choice for anonymity? You can be like, hi, I'm a mysterious person and I don't do interviews and, whatever. Or, you could just opt to not make a big deal of it. And, because I think 9 times out of 10, people aren't really going to think of it. And if someone does inquire, for some reason for an interview or whatever, you can be like, sorry, I don't do interviews. Or you can say, I only do print interviews and you can't print my name or any identifying details, And again, that's totally fine. And anyone tells you differently can buzz off. And, something that came up while I was thinking about this, I was like, oh, but Kimberly, won't people think I'm shady or I have something to hide or whatever in this world of authenticity where everyone is all about too much information all the time? What if people are judging me because of that? Well, people are going to judge anyway. And so in my opinion, it's irrelevant because people are going to think what they think anyway. And so what you really, you should stop focusing on what people are thinking and judging and just start focusing on creating and providing quality, whatever it is that you're providing, a product, a service, or whatever. Just focus on putting out something that people care about more than that they care about the person behind it. Some things you can do practically to, kind of protect your identity. You can create an entity you should be creating a business entity anyway, like an LLC. And, you just create something that is very generic, and has nothing to do with you. And then that's just between you and the Secretary of State. Or your banking institution or whoever takes care of your payment processing. You can get a business address, and there's lots of ways to do this. Traditionally it's the PO box, or you can get a business address through the UPS store, or several of the places like Office Evolution and remote workplaces. You can sign up for not only a business address with these remote workplaces, but you could even have someone who could take calls for you. It costs a little bit extra, but you don't have to be answering the phone in case you're afraid that someone will call and recognize your voice or whatever. You just hire someone else to do it for you. Now that may be, beyond where you're starting, might be a little beyond your budget, but, you could just maybe not, I don't advise this, but, you could start out with maybe not having a phone number, but having a chat function. You're getting chat bots or, where you are just taking inquiries via text. And again, so no one really knows it's you. Also, if part of the content that you want to be sharing is, visual or audio in nature, like either videos or cartoons or, like audio tidbits, again, hire someone, go to Fiverr, find a voice actor who can, who'd be willing to do that for you. And again, there are a couple of cartoon software products, like Toonly, Beyond, and stuff like that, where I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I think it will automatically kind of populate an animation, or again, go to Fiverr and find someone who can do this pretty inexpensively for you. And if that's too much investment from where you're starting, then use that as something to work towards, and, maybe barter, ask some friends, that you trust, who are behind you in your mission to be a secret agent. And, maybe that's how you think about it too. Don't think about it as hiding. Think about being, an undercover agent, get all sexy like James Bond or, Archer or whatever. and just have fun with it. Instead, for whatever reasons that may be very serious and very valid, that you don't want to be the visual face, try to turn it around into something fun. Think about it as getting away with something more than that you have to do this to hide, or whatever, because you're pressured for one reason or another. Do your best to try and turn it around to make you happy, because that's the whole purpose of Be Weird Make Money, is to be able to be more you and have fun in your quest for earning money. All right. Well, that was my message for today. And I know it's kind of counterintuitive to the culture, but I guess that's kind of what I do. All right. I hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you're having a great time. And I will see you next time. Have a good one.